marriage. Marriage is what brings us together here today. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you've never been here before, hello. My name is Brittany and my channel name is pronounced Bretterstein. Today's videos, I'm sure you gathered from the title and the thumbnail and from this little white shirt, I'm going to be recreating my wedding makeup today. I'm going to get it as close as I can to the original look, but obviously make it better because my skills have gotten better and my techniques and the products that I use now are better than the ones that I used then. So I'm going to be recreating it, but making it a little bit better. Recently I did a palette declutter video, and when doing that, if you haven't seen it, by the way, I'll link it up there, but when doing it, I found the palette that I used on my wedding day and I was just like, all the feels, so I wanted to recreate it because it's like wedding season now anyway, right? People are getting married. People like to get married in the summer. I didn't, but I know some people like to do that. So that's what this video is going to be. Before we get started, please make sure to smash that subscribe button, become part of the Brat Pack. I put out new videos here every week, and if you would like to see them, go ahead and subscribe. We would love to have you here, and if at any point you like what you're seeing, give it a like if you would like, because I would like to know what you like. And I think it's time we just go ahead and get into this video. Do you want to do that? Let's do that. Let's do that right now. Right now. If you would like to see me recreate my wedding makeup look, just keep on watching. Okay, let's pull this hair back real quick. Okay guys, so I am excited to get into this video. This is one that's going to be real like right here for me because this year actually is mine and my husband's 10-year anniversary of being together. It's our 3rd anniversary of being married, 10 of making out, you know. We met on Christmas Day 2009 in person for the first time, December 25th. We were super cute and super gay and the best Christmas presents we could have ever gotten for each other. I hate myself. But that's okay, let's get into it. I am going to recreate it as close as I can, but I'm going to be using the products that I use now because I remember a couple things about what I used then, but not everything. Like, I know the foundation I used, but I don't even have that anymore. I used the Makeup Forever liquid, but it was the, like, the liquid water one, the water blend foundation or something like that, and I don't even use liquid foundation anymore, so obviously I'm not going to use that. And I used the palette that I am going to use today, and I used Ruby Woo. Those are the 3 products I remember, and Ruby Woo I can't use anymore because they're not cruelty-free. MAC is not cruelty-free, so I'm going to use a different red lip, but anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's start the makeup. Let's do it. Let's do it right now. I'm going to start by putting the e.l.f. water stick under my eyes and on top of my eyes, and I'm going to have to conceal big time because as you can see, I am stained pink from a look that I did yesterday. Okay, so what I'm going to go in with first is the ColourPop No Filter Concealer in Light 20. I'm using Light 20 because it's pretty close to my skin tone, and I don't want to go bright and highlighted on a wedding day, just because that's not my speed. I want my skin to be as natural and pretty as possible, and I don't personally feel like the highlighted look is very natural. And I feel like for your wedding, or at least for me, for my wedding, I wanted something that was going to stay classically pretty, which is why I also went with like neutrals and a red lip, because classic pretty, right? Wow. This is classic pretty if I ever saw it. Alright, and then I'm just going to blend that in with a sponge so it soaks up the extra product because I want my skin to look super smooth. Obviously. And I'm going to conceal all the pink on my lids. Obviously, if I was getting married, I wouldn't have done a purple eyeshadow look the day before, but, you know, to each their own. If you want to do a purple look before your wedding, have at it. I'm curious if you are married or if you're getting married or, you know, what kind of makeup did you wear or what kind of makeup do you want to wear to your wedding? I'm just kind of curious. Everyone's got such a different thought on that. I still think if I could go back and redo my makeup, I would pretty much do the same look. I would just do it like better because my skills have gotten so much better since I got married in 2016? Did I get married in 2016? I guess I did. Time went by very fast. Okay, and I will be setting this. I set it every day, but I would especially set it on your wedding day. Just make sure to use a powder that has no flashback. I'm going to be going in with the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. It's funny, I never used to like this, and I recently found it in my declutter, which again, I will link my declutter videos throughout this video because they're good. And I found this while I was decluttering, and I used it again, and I was like, oh, I guess I do like this? I never did before, but I like it now, so. And it doesn't have flashbacks. I'm going to be using it to set my lids and my under eyes. I'm pretty sure when I got ready for my wedding, I did my eyes first. I think back then I used to do my eyes first, but now I just can't. Whenever I see an old video and I'm doing my eyes first, I'm always just like, who was I, but yeah, I can't do that anymore. It's not my speed. I guess I should put on the screen here what my makeup did look like at my wedding, and maybe I'll like add wedding photos throughout it, but this is the look we're recreating. It should be in the thumbnail as well, but I forgot to put one up on the screen. My bad, guys. My bad. Okay, I'm now going to go in with foundation. On my wedding day before, I did use liquid. I don't use liquid foundation anymore, so for my wedding day, if I was to redo it, I would use my powder, and I would actually go in with my J-Cat Aquassurance alone. I have in the past been mixing it with my Kat Von D, but this is tanner, and I feel like for photos, since flash photography can wash you out, you want to go a little bit tanner if you can. Not like tanner than you are, but just tanner. Just if you have the choice to go tanner, go tanner. And this foundation's a little bit tanner, so that's what I'm going to use right now. Also, take a shot for every time I just said tanner, and then call your doctor because you're going to have alcohol poisoning from your quick binge drinking, darling. This foundation just looks so pretty, and once you hit it with a setting spray, it looks so natural. It lasts a good amount of time. It has the amount of coverage that I want, because I like my skin to look like skin. I don't like a super full coverage, but as you can see, like, it evens you out good, but you can still see, like, my freckles across the bridge of my nose, and, like, all my freckles, a little bit of pink. Like, it looks like skin. It just looks like really good skin, in my opinion. Now, for my wedding, I did not use bronzer. I don't know why I didn't do that, because at that time I wasn't into bronzer or blush. I know, it's ridiculous, because now bronzer and blush are my favorite thing. I feel like a lot of people start not into bronzer and blush, and then once you use it, and once you fall in love with it, you can't do your makeup without it. So I'm going to do it today, because if I could go back in time, I would. And I'm going to use my Marc Jacobs Tantastic, because it's like in my top 2 favorites. And I'm going to bronze the perimeter of my face. This is just a really good shade for my skin tone. And it's foolproof. It always looks good. And I'm bronzing the tops of my forehead like a soul. I can't believe I used to not bronze. Once I started, man. And then I'm going to go under my cheekbone, so it's sort of contouring. So I like to go under the cheekbone and brush my bronzer upward, sort of hugging it into like a C. I'm pretty sure when I did my wedding makeup, I only contoured. I was like a contour type of person, so I'll contour a little bit today, even though I don't typically contour anymore. I've kind of gotten into just doing my cheeks again, but back then I only like contoured and highlighted. So for contour, what I use is this shade right here, which is the middle eyeshadow shade from the Kat Von D Shade and Light eyeshadow palette. It's just the perfect contour shade for me. What can I say? I'm going to do this. And then, okay, so here's the hollow. I'm going to go a little bit higher, and I'm going to just contour out the cheeks. I go a little bit higher, so when I'm doing it, it doesn't go too low. Just like that. See, just like a little bit. I don't like to heavily contour. It's not my thing. I'm also going to pinch this and do a little under my bottom lip. I'm not putting any more product on my brush. I'm just going down the sides of my nose. Just like that. And that's all I do for contouring now. I think that's all I did for contouring then. Okay, now for highlight. I can't even remember what highlight I used on my wedding day. But for today, I'm going to use something that's really pretty and soft and light, because I feel like you don't want anything too blinding. At least I wouldn't for my wedding, because I want it to look classic in the photos. So for me, one of my prettiest ones that are still very pretty but also natural on the skin is the Hourglass Ambient Strobe Lighting Palette. It would either be this or an Artist Couture highlight, but the Artist Couture highlights, because they're loose, you can get a little bit of glitter everywhere, and I want it more strategic than that, so I'm going to go in with this one. I'm actually just going to use the middle shade, the yellow gold. Tap off the excess, and then hit the tops of the cheekbones. I'm not going to go heavy-handed because of what it's for, even though I want to, because you know I love highlighter. Just like that. See, it's just like really pretty and soft, which is what I would want for my wedding. Another one that would be really pretty would be Precious Petals by Wet n Wild. Because something about that one I feel like just always looks special. There's something tonally that's really, really special about that, and it always just looks really soft and pretty. So if you want something cheaper that's still around, because I think this was limited edition, that's what I would go with, is Wet n Wild Precious Petals. I'm going to take that same highlighter, and I'm going to hit just the tip of my nose very lightly, because I love how that looks. Some people wouldn't do that for a wedding photo. I love that look, and I do it every day, so I would do it for my wedding too. A little on the cupid's bow. A little between the eyes. Just very little in these places. And then a little on the inner corners. Just to bring some light there as well. Just like that. Real soft, pretty highlight. My skin looks so cute right now. I like it. I want to get married again. Marriage. Marriage is what brings us together here today. Blush is another thing I did not wear on my wedding day because I'm crazy. But I will today, and I'm going to take this one right here because it's really neutral and light. And I don't want anything too distracting, but I want some color in my cheeks. So I'm going to pop that on my cheeks. This is from the Jouer blush palette in the shade Adore. It's the Adore blush duo, and I'm taking the lighter shade. And I'm just going to pop that on my cheeks. So it just adds like a tiny bit of rosiness because it's a really light blush. I usually mix the two together, but I want something really light and neutral because I don't want it to be too distracting. And normally I put blush on my nose, but I'm not going to today. Cute. Okay, I'm now going to set my face before I go in and do my brows. I'm going to take the Morphe Prep and Set. Set down all of those powders. Get my little fan. Okay, so I'm going to quickly do my brows off camera because they take a little bit of time and it's boring. I would suggest for your brows, just do it however you normally do it. You want to look like you. You just want to look like you, like elegant you. So I'm going to go ahead and throw on some brows and I'll be right back for us to do the eyes and the lips. So just 1 second. Okay, now that we got some brows on, I just got done with a really annoying telephone conversation with Amazon customer service. Let's go ahead and get into the eyeshadow. So the palette we're going to be going in with is this one right here. It's from Studio Makeup On The Go eyeshadow palette, and this is their, wait, I thought these had names. Oh yes, it's the warm-up one. And these are the shades right here. This is the palette that I used on my wedding day, and when I first got this, I used this palette all the time. So I'm first going to go in with this shade right here. I don't know if you can tell how dented these are, but I used to use this palette so much. So I'm going to go in with that shade first, and I'm going to put that through the crease. When I got married, I was really into a rounded shape. I think today I'm going to kind of blend up towards the tail of my brow just because I'm more into that look now with my transition shades. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this shade here, which is the oranger one on the other side. And I'm going to do the exact same thing with that shade, just warming it up slightly. This is going to be the easiest eye look ever. I was really into simple eye looks. Nothing too much. Just like that. Now I'm going to dip into this dark brown at the top with this brush. I'm going to get it all over it, and then I'm going to really tap it off. I'm just darkening up the outer edge. I'm going to put this in the outer crease and hit the outer corner of my eye. I'm gonna kind of tap and pull towards the crease, but just like the outer corner. I didn't bring this color in. I'm gonna slowly deepen it up on the lid, but in the outer corner. See? Just like that. It's just like a classic look, honestly. Yeah, like that. I'm gonna go back in with the initial brush that we used and kind of blend out the edge. Just like that. And I'm gonna add a little more of these two mixed together to like blend out that corner. Okay, now for our lid shade, I went down first with this matte white in the center, like this bone shade. Pat that on the lid. Woo. Woo. A little more brightly than I meant to. Okay. Lay it down like that and then kind of blend it out with another finger. I love to use my finger for lid shades. That was the same then too, I think, to be honest. Okay, then I'm going to take a little bit of the shimmer and pop that on too. Just not too much. Just wanted a little bit of a gleam on my eye. And that was the top of the eyes, just like that. Something real simple. And now I'm going to do the lower lash line. I can't remember if I went in as heavy on the lower lash line as I do now. I don't think I would go too heavy now though, at least not with the darker shades. I'm gonna go in with a mixture of these two and hit the lower lash line, starting in the center, working my way out and in like that, yeah. And then connecting it with that up there. Yeah, I think I would just go something like that. Okay, so for me now, I would then take the darker shade and hit the outer corner of the lower lash line, just like real lightly, like that, just to kind of, just to deepen that edge out. Okay, and last but not least on the eyes, I'm going to take that shimmer right there, and I'm just gonna hit the inner corners of the eye, give a little glimmer right there. I know lately I've been liking a matte inner corner highlight, but since the eyes are primarily matte, I would use a shimmer. And for a wedding, I think I'd probably use a shimmer too. I'm not sure, but for this look, shimmer it is. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and throw on a wing, which I can't do on camera, which is what I did on my wedding day, a small wing, and some mascara, and then I'll come back and do the lip with you. So give me just a second, just 1 second. Okay. Okay guys, so this is the revamped 2019 wedding eye. What do you think? I think it's cute. I think if I was going back in time, I probably wouldn't do a wing now, just simply because same as then, they're too unpredictable for me. I'm not good at them. I messed up my wings that day. I do remember that. I went with it. They weren't even. Right now they're not even. I'm not good with wings, so I probably wouldn't do it, or I would do it more in this fashion where I did it with pencil liner that I smudged out, that I topped with black eyeliner because I feel like it's or black eyeshadow because I feel like it's more forgiving. Or I just wouldn't do it at all because wings are really hard for me. But, you know, I did it then, I did it now, I still think it looks really pretty, and I still like the look. So let's go ahead and finish it off with a red lip, because I was only into red lipstick at that point. And I don't know if I would use a red now. I probably would. Yeah, I would. Red lipstick looks great on me. So let's pick one, because Ruby Woo was the one that I used then, and it was so beautiful, but Ruby Woo is MAC, and MAC's not cruelty free, so we are not gonna use Ruby Woo today. Wait a minute, let me find which one I'm gonna use though. Okay, so the one I'm gonna go in with is ColourPop Matte, matte. This one in the matte formula, I can't think of the name of it right now. It just says matte, but I don't think that that's right. Oh, Luxe Matte Lipsticks. I'm gonna go in with Mind Trick, because Mind Trick is such a really pretty shade. The only other one I would want to go with that I cannot find is Lunar Beauty Aphrodite, I think is the name. It's the red liquid lipstick that he has. But that one does transfer. This one will transfer less because of the matte formula, so I'm going to go in with this one. Let's line these first though, shall we? Shall we? We shall. I'm going to go in with this lip liner, which is ColourPop Bossy. Okay guys, and this is my wedding makeup recreation. Okay guys, that completes this video. I hope you enjoyed watching me recreate my wedding makeup in wedding season, which was like right now. Please let me know down below if you like this look and if you think I did a good job recreating it. I think I went a little big on the wings, but you know what? I think it looks pretty, and I think with this little white shirt, I feel very bridal, which was why I wore it. Of course, if you liked this look, this video, or anything about it, make sure to give it a like if you like, because I would like to know what you like. And of course, smash that subscribe button, become part of the Brat Pack. I put out new videos here every week, and if you don't want to wait a whole week to know what's going on in my life, you can follow me on my other social media. Bratterstein is for my makeup Instagram and my Twitter, and then if you want to follow my fitness journey to lose 100 pounds, it is Fatterstein for that. And now if you want to hang out a little bit longer, if you're not quite done with me, you can go ahead and click on one of these videos over here. These are links to videos I put up in the past, and if you click on my face, it'll take you to where you can subscribe so we can hang out all the time. I think you should do it. I think it's a good idea. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I hope to see you in my next video. Okay.